Welcome everybody to the Free Flow Podcast. We're your hosts, Tyler and Mitchell. I'm Tyler. That's Mitchell. Mitchell, how you doing, my guy?
What up? Pretty chilling, dude. Just living life. Can't complain too much. What about you, brother?
Oh, my son gave us a little cold, so my throat feels like a million nails are inside of it. But we ball. I've been playing WoW again. I've been hooked again. The boys are pushing 3,500 IO.
Oh yeah, dude. You're playing
Um,
that Mythic
Mythic,
Plus.
yeah, Mythic Plus grind. I started my new. Oh God, I started my new guns channel. Okay, hold on. Now you take over for a second while I kick this dog out of my room.
Got it, dude. But I mean, you gotta you gotta check it out. Let me see what it is real quick. I think it's Tyler Shoots. Tyler
LaRoca
Shots.
shoots. LaRoca
The
shoots.
Roca Shoots.
Appreciate you for the shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
man, it's been fun. Had a buddy that his name's Matt. Had a buddy that worked with me, and he was like, "Yo, you should try it." He goes, "I wish I had time, but." He's basically telling me this little, I guess hack. I guess not even a hack, but like the recipe to growing a
Like gun channel.
viewer base guns channel, subscribers, basically social media. That's like what he does. And I was like, all right, sure, I'll try it. We'll see what happens. It's been going pretty well, honestly. So I can't
You
complain too
gotta.
much.
I just gotta say, you what you gotta do is you gotta pull that the fucking aim. Dude, why am I blinking? The targets. You gotta pull the targets and show your shots, because some of those, dude, it like you shoot on that corner one every time, and
Oh
there's like a
yeah,
little
yeah.
dirt pit, and it sometimes it looks like, I don't know if the bullets are just going through it and then hitting the back, or if you're just whiffing by like 3 feet.
No, no,
So
no, no. It
you,
goes
you got to
through
pull
it.
the target.
Yeah, it's like a thin cardboard. I will. That one I can't. So that one you just staple the target, then you got to
Yeah,
rip it
yeah.
off. Like maybe I'll have to do somewhere I take pictures of it. But I am going to go to another range where the target can come closer and farther.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was just some birthday shooting. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I like I said, I'm just saying, like, I want to know, I want to see Tyler shoots. I want to see LaRocca shoot. I want to see the accuracy. Just
no,
putting
I
it
get
up
it.
there,
It's kind
but
of cheating though. I do have an optic, so it's like it's kind of
you're fine.
anticlimactic because it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be like it's gonna be pretty
Yeah.
accurate just because
What? And then was it? He said, I heard it in one of them. You're like right-handed but left eye shooter. Is that what he said? Something like that.
Oh, I don't know if he was talking to me on that.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. So I wasn't
No,
sure.
I don't think so. So we were talking about keeping both eyes open when you're
Yeah,
shooting. So I guess that's the vibe. Brother, I was testing it in my house.
yeah.
Like, I can't see shit. I
Dude,
was
I
like,
feel you. You're like, you go like fucking cross-eyed, and you're like,
yeah, I'm like,
what
so
are you
like,
doing?
I don't know if you've ever shot through an optic, but like you have to find it basically.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
like I have my right eye open and it sees it perfectly. And I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna relax and open my left eye. That shit disappears. I don't know where it went. I'm like, bro, what is going on here? And but yeah, I think he was talking to one of my buddies. I kind of just left it because I guess the conversation was kind of like I was like, oh, the conversation might be cool. That way I'm not just posting a
Yeah.
bunch of videos with like music. But yeah, no, it was really fun. We got to shoot a few different guns. I actually literally just posted a video before starting this podcast.
This.
So I kind of wanted to figure out a way to like make the zero to hero, like you said, like to test my accuracy, right? And if it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if I am getting better. So I did post a video today that I am gonna enter a USPSA shooting competition
Oh, hell
in
yeah, dude.
June of 2027 at or earlier, depending on when it is.
2027? Oh my
Well, because
goodness.
so my idea is for the next 6 months we're gonna go through like actual training, right?
Okay.
And like actually get to the point where I'd be comfortable, like, because a lot of it's like holster play and like
Yeah, yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that, and like a lot of your muscle memory. And then after that 6 months, I'm gonna start looking into competitions. But I don't know when they're gonna have one near me,
There's
so it's kind of
there's
gotta
some
wait.
dude that I went to, like when I was in Austin, and I like did it with him. I only did it once. I'm a busy man, and as much as I like
Yeah.
guns, I'm not necessarily like I need to do it all the time. But he does like tactical training. He does cool shit. I'll send it to you on IG. He was,
Heck
you
yeah.
know, we'll piss off some people by saying this, but like he was in the Israeli military, like special forces and shit.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're
So
pissing everyone off now.
yeah, so but he's like you got to think like whether however you fucking feel about them, those dudes are fucking badass.
Yeah.
Um, they get trained like gnarly, and um, you know, he
Yeah.
like
No.
I got good training from him, so it's like
Yeah, I'm
fucking
excited. I think it'll be fun. It'll be a fun way to like test my accuracy that's not just like at a target.
yeah,
And like it gives me something to do for videos. Which will be fun. I am excited to do it. It'll definitely be intense, like trying to like enter a competition.
yeah,
But I think it'll be something fun. Like I could bring my like camera to competitions, like shoot around, see what like people are saying and doing and stuff like that. I just think it's a fun way to go 0 to hero on this beginner journey. Also like looking for competition pistols and what makes a good one, what makes it bad. Like I think it's gonna be fun little content piece. And the main reason I even started this was just to drum up business for my software engineering for firearms companies. I was like, it's kind of a win-win. So, but yeah, that's enough about guns. I kind of wanted to get there's been a lot of news in the NBA offseason that I wanted to tackle with you. There's been a lot of like crazy talk.
yeah,
So and I know we wanted to go over the draft once shit started popping off.
yeah,
Congrats to the Knicks, by the way. You and I pretty much said that it was over after the 29-point deficit loss
yeah,
last week. It was genuinely I mean, we could, I guess, go over what we think was horrible about it. I think you and I both agree. De'Aaron Fox needs to be off the team. Wemby needs to be more aggressive on offense, and Mitch Johnson needs to be fired. Like there is no excuse. Like I don't mind that Mitch Johnson lost. Like I think that's where people get
yeah,
confused. Where it's like, oh, like we shouldn't fire him because he lost finals. I have no issue with him losing a finals. That's fine. You lost. That's whatever. I don't care. You had a young ass team where you never adapted and you wanted to just be stubborn and say, well, De'Aaron Fox needs the ball in his hands at the end of the game. Well, congratulations. You lost the next game because of it. You put him in. The Knicks went on like a 14-0 run the second he got into the game because they just exploited him being terrible. And that's where I think you lose your job is not being willing to adapt, not being willing to change things up. And then also something came out. This could be obviously smoke and bullshit or trying to up his trade value, but they were saying like they view him as a franchise point guard. If that comes from Mitch Johnson to go, I'm like, well, both of you are going to pack your bags and go to Brooklyn. So enjoy. What do you think
yeah.
though? Like I
I,
want
I
to kind of,
mean, it was the same show every night. You know, it's like we were watching reruns.
yeah.
Spurs go up and then they blow it, and it just happened game after game after game. I think every game they were up by 14 at least. Like again, I mean they were up by 29-30 in game 4. They were up 16 in game 5. Like it was a winnable series. Every game was winnable. You could say youth plays into it. But I mean, fundamentally, you've got to find a way. Like, as much as the Kenny Atkins fucking up against that same Knicks team, blowing a massive lead, they only had one chance at it. And like, we couldn't say they did it again. Like, they were cooked after that game mentally and they lost. But it's like, dude, you just had the same thing happen 5 times in a row. Like, 2 times. I'll even give it to you 2 times. But like, somewhere in there, you got to be like, make some fucking changes. And people getting mad that they didn't play like Keldon Johnson, or that they did play Keldon Johnson. People getting mad, like whatever. And it's like, I don't know, go 12 fucking deep. Something like find somebody on your roster that is like not gonna do it. And again, I'm who wasn't in game 6 that or game 5 that played well for the Spurs. Like
Dylan Harper.
Yeah, Dylan Harper played really well. I was gonna say like because Castle didn't play well, and I couldn't remember who it was.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
Like Put Dylan Harper in there. Take out Castle. Take out Fox. If that means you have Johnson. If that means you have Carter Bryant, who barely played. If it means you need fucking Harrison Barnes or Jordan McLaughlin. Like, literally, you have two guys that at the end of that game you couldn't rely on. Like put in the other guys. Like, do you want to go to your bench? No. But at the same time, the guys who are playing for you right now in those moments are actively detrimental to your team. And, sometimes you just got to mix something up. And again, as a longtime LeBron fan, the amount of times that I've seen like random role players go off in games, at some point, just be like, you know what? Maybe this is his fucking game. He gets 5 minutes, he gets 8 points, and that's all we needed. Like, he just goes off. He comes in, he was ready, he gets hot. Like, I don't know. But again, losing 5 games the exact same way is genuinely mind blowing. Shout out the Knicks. I mean, like, I don't want
to take from them at all.
Yeah, like, I don't want to harp too much on like what the Spurs did wrong, but Mike Brown seeing like who let the dogs out. We've been calling them dogs for months. Like, that's just what they are. They do not give up. They like Jalen Brunson. I will get into this in a minute, but I think like it's hard to say he's not a top 5 player in the world right now, just off that run. Now, we're not going to go into like say, oh my goodness, he's greater than all of these guys all time. I will say he's greater than some players just because the championship
I could not
MVP matters. But I'm not going to say like fundamentally he's had a really, really good year and a half, but like a truly excellent 2 months. And it's like, I am not going to say that this guy is better all time or like greater all time than these guys that have sustained careers.
Yeah, I that conversation for Bill Simmons is what's wrong in my opinion with like sports discourse nowadays. It's so fucking reactive. It's so recency bias. Like if you wanted to say he had one of the greatest 1-year peaks of all time, of all guards, you could say that for sure. But it was like when Kawhi did the Raptors run, and people were like, he is a top 5 player of all time. I don't want to hear the debate. He had a top 5 peak of all time. You can say that. Like, and you can
you can argue it even if it's not necessarily.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'll hear the argument
for sure. And like Jalen Brunson, you could argue he had a top 5 guard peak year of all time for sure. I saw people since he's joined the Knicks, he's like second in points and wins and yada yada. Brother, the person who's first in playoff wins that Jalen Brunson is behind since he joined the Knicks is Isaiah Hartenstein. Who gives a fuck? It's like people keep putting wins in these conversations in team sports, and it's like it's so cringe. Like it has nothing to do with one player, bro. If one player could determine like consistently whether you win or lose, like sure, in the finals we talk about it with like superstar players, like you need to see them, but bro, it comes to a point like where sometimes you just can't. Like sometimes one player doesn't determine it. And it's
dude, we've seen LeBron, like to use LeBron as an example, like 2017, 2018 be unbelievable, but it doesn't fucking matter because of the gap in the team. And like, I'm not going to say that the gap was between the teams was like truly that massive. I don't think it was, but it's just his like, continue.
And Jalen Brunson, and let's be honest, outside of the final game, because he played phenomenal that final game, Jalen Brunson did. And he played phenomenal the last 2 minutes of every game. But outside of that, dude, he played like dog shit. OG was the reason they were there. Like OG, but if he didn't go off for 45 and like was super efficient that final game, bro, OG was by far and large the finals MVP. Like by
far and large, but if Brunson scores, let's say we just take his game 3 that they lost, and he scores 32 points on 11 of 25 shooting, I'd be like in that last game instead of his 45-point game, and OG did what OG did. Like, he doesn't need to have some like massive game, because again, OG actually had a pretty, like, by his what he was doing standards, abysmal game 5. like 3 of 11, 11 points. Like he was killing it
That's
the whole time. Like
what I mean by far and large is if you took
yeah,
out that 45-point game and you put both of their final stats in front of you, crossed out
yeah,
names and faces, and said, who is better this series? You'd be like, oh, well, it was OG. Or it was this guy,
mm,
obviously. And
yeah.
you'd uncover it, it'd be OG. It's not like I think OG's a better player, but it's like, obviously, that series, he was significantly more efficient and performed better. But it's like, yeah, and to go back to what you were saying about the Spurs too, like, and that is my issue with Mitch Johnson. Like, that is why I say you should fire him. It's not because he lost. It's because he lost the same exact fucking way every single night and did nothing about it. And the easiest solution was take the ball out of Fox's hands and put it in fucking Harper's. He's
Yeah.
literally standing there, like shooting 60 to 70% some like in the last couple games, not getting the fucking ball. Like
And like not being at the end at the end of games.
like,
Like,
bro, I'll tell you what, if I was Dylan Harper, I would personally go to the front office and say that can never fucking happen again, or you guys need to get me off this fucking team. Like,
and I
I
think
would
that's
be
like
pissed.
that's like what Vassell was kind of saying too, in the sense of he was like, dude, Dylan Harper's been like a great player. Like he's not been happy with what he's been asked to do a lot of this season. Like he's taken it and done well, but it's like I mean, dude, De'Aaron Fox is a very good player, but if I'm going into next season and I want to prioritize my future, my youth, like I'm sorry. I know I forgot who said it the other day, but like Dylan Harper is not like my Manu Ginobili. Like he's not in terms of where you can place these Spurs and everything. This guy needs to start. You should have like if you want to have Castle, Fox, and Harper starting, like I'm De'Aaron Fox, you play Dylan Harper's role. Come off the bench. Do that. Like this is now I'm going all in on the like 19-year-old Harper, the 25-year-old Vassell, the 21-year-old Castle, and the 22-year-old Wembanyama. Like that is like the core four in which I'm going to be like, these are the guys I'm playing. Fox, you are not going to be prioritized to the level of these like four guys.
Yeah.
And especially these three guards.
And that's another, like that's the thing too, right? Is I also just don't think the Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan shit is going to work in today's NBA. I think players are a lot better, and players just have more ego. I don't think Dylan Harper
you need
would.
Europeans, dude, but it's never going to be Harper though.
Yeah, dude. I don't think Wemby would be down to sit in a Tim Duncan role and shoot 12 to 13 shots only a game. I don't think, even though he's European, I don't think he'd be down for that. I think he'd say fuck that. Like I don't think I think players nowadays also just recognize their worth, and they also just recognize like someone like Wemby and Dylan Harper are just going to be like, well, sure, I'm down to play as a team and win, but when it comes down to it, give me the fucking ball. Like, and I, especially after a series like that where you played team ball and you just watched your team blow a lead every single game, I'd be like, he's not Tony Parker. He's not Manu Ginobili. He's Boris Diaw. He's not someone we should run this offense through. He proved it. You gave him every chance to say, yeah, here, we'll run the offense through. He blew it every game without fail. There wasn't a game he didn't blow it. Like,
I forgot what I like tweeted or whatever, but it was like something like the league brought in the extender, but then they didn't realize that De'Aaron Fox was playing.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like this man was betting on the Spurs to lose every game. That's how he was playing.
And like, bro, and you can say like whatever you want about like, oh, well, they're a good locker room, whatever, good culture. There is a 0% chance if I am Dylan Harper or Wemby, because they do have social media, and you open social media and you see Knicks fans making De'Aaron Fox jerseys, and you're not like, this guy needs to be off my fucking team. Like, there is a 0%, like, in my opinion, there is a 0% chance the roster wants him back. Like, no matter what they say, there is no part of me that will believe, like, brother, you are watching, can the Knicks repeat? And it's fucking De'Aaron Fox on their lineup. Like, there is a 0% chance those players aren't sitting there like, he's got to go. He's got to go, guys. I'm sorry.
I do think, like, to your point earlier, I think social media makes it impossible to have a Manu Ginobili, Tony
Yeah.
Parker, Tim Duncan situation because these guys are not like LeBron is on social media. JJ Redick is on like as much as they will go like LeBron will go 0-30 or whatever, like in the playoffs, like Jalen Brunson, like same kind of thing, like didn't tweet or anything throughout the playoffs. You know they're still tapped in. Like I'm sorry, you do not go from looking at your phone 4 hours a day to like and scrolling Twitter and interacting to all of a sudden being like, no, I'm literally not going to touch social media. Like I know they can lock in and be busy, but it's like you do have downtime, especially in the playoffs where the practices you're going through are not as hard, like
Yeah.
purely because they don't
It's
want you to
also
get hurt.
basketball, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to say basketball is an easy sport. It's obviously not. You and I both played a shitload,
Yeah.
but like, it's not like football where it's like, oh yeah, I'm going into practice for 3-4 hours, then I have to recover for 3-4 hours because I just got my body beat to shit and it needs to be ready for tomorrow. Like, basketball is a game you can play multiple games a day. Like, and a lot of these athletes do it in the off season. They play multiple games a day, multiple leagues a day, like shit like that. So it's like you said, like you have downtime. It's not like you're so fucking busy like Super Bowl week where it's like, oh yeah, I actually can forget about my phone. Like Jalen Brunson, he's probably getting texted like, or not Jalen Brunson, like Wemby's probably getting texted in French. This fucking terrorist, Fox. Like, and you have, fucking Dylan Harper's dad probably texted him like, that dude's a motherfucking bum, bro. Like you have
no, literally, like just like your own family talk. Like again, like they have friends and family. Just like you think that LeBron is like playing, and then that Rich Paul doesn't text him after a game and be like, "This fucking bum on your team, dude," or that Maverick Carter isn't tweeting like or texting him.
You're trying to convince me Ron fucking Harper is not sitting there like, brother, this is unacceptable. You need to go to these dudes and say, give me the damn ball. Like, Ron Harper is not sitting there like, oh yeah, man, you're being such a good teammate. Yeah, just keep cheering him on and pat him on the back. No, bro.
Yeah.
He literally played with Dennis Rodman, Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan. Like, this dude's probably sitting there. He played with Kobe and Shaq too. Like, he's probably got one of the most toxic minds. He's probably like, bro, go in there and punch him in the face, break his jaw, something, get him out of the game. Like, Draymond
like, dude,
and
trip
Jordan
him. Just trip him down the stairs, dude. He breaks a leg, dude. Whatever.
Like, bro, to your point, like, there is a 0% chance Dylan Harper is gonna sit there, see how he played with the dad he has, be like, yeah, man. Teamwork and friendship. Like, no, he's gonna say, get this dude the fuck off my team. Like, or he's on the bench, but that's an expensive 6-man, bro. And that's the only reason I see like there's a no way he's on the roster because one, you're risking losing Dylan Harper if you're like, well, we just want you to be 6-man one more year. Because I get if he was already unhappy as a rookie, there's no way as an established, let's just say, upcoming star. I would put him in like he's most likely gonna end up a superstar, but like upcoming star, there's a 0% chance he's like, I am not going to sit behind this dude after what we just watched. Castle's not gonna sit behind him.
And in practice he's gonna go at him and shit, and just like he's gonna be like, especially because like Dylan Harper's not a small dude,
No,
like De'Aaron Fox is like Dylan Harper's 6'5". De'Aaron Fox I think is like 6'1", 6'2". Oh, he's 6'3", but like still, Harper is much bigger than him too. Like not just height, but also size. Like he's just gonna be like, I'm taking this fucking job one way or another.
I think he was willing to play, and he seemingly, from what Vassell said, he wasn't willing to play nice.
Yeah,
but he was willing to at least seem nice.
Yeah, like not go to the media, not make it a big
because
deal.
He was a rookie. I think if they kept De'Aaron Fox and he started going to the media and be like, this is horse shit, everyone would back him and be like, yeah, I agree. This is horse shit. Why is De'Aaron Fox still doing this? Mitch Johnson should not have a job if this is the case. And so, like, again, I don't want it. It feels like we're taking from the Knicks, and we're not. We're just saying, like, that series was so winnable for the Spurs.
Yeah.
The Knicks, again, they played well. Like, bro, you can't continually come back and not be playing well. But
sorry, go on,
brother. De'Aaron Fox really was y'all's Finals MVP. Like,
when it's crazy too, because like Michael Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns played like ass all series. Like
Outside
they
of those first 2 games
genuinely,
from Cat.
yeah. But like, I mean, dude, Cat goes 1 of 7
Yeah.
in game
He
5.
fouled out and they lost.
Yeah, like
Like,
he had 5 turnovers, 6 foul, like barely played. Barely put like he shot 4 or 5, but he was in foul trouble all of game 4, so he barely played. Like played a lot, but was not doing well in game 3. Like again, Michael Bridges, same kind of thing, was not shooting. Like he had a good game 2, he had a like solid game 3, ass every other series or every other game. But like that was, you cannot have played it or like defended or hoped for a much better like outcome defensively for the Spurs, and yet they couldn't stop Brunson. OG had the series of his life, and like Josh Hart is just a poor man's prime Draymond Green, you
it's
know.
like a
But
poor man's Danny Green. That's kind of how I
nah,
saw.
dude, this dude had like 10 rebounds a game. He averaged the third most rebounds in
Yeah,
the
but I
series.
feel like it's like those guard rebounds. You know, it's like a Russell Westbrook
It's
rebound.
it's dog rebounds
Yeah, okay.
for Josh Hart.
Listen, I love Josh Hart. He was a
Yeah.
Laker. I fucked with him. I didn't ever want him to leave. I thought the Lakers should have kept him. Like, I don't understand. And that's what we always say is like role players win championships. When you have a great role player like a Josh Hart, you don't let him go. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's silly to let players like that go. But yeah, dude, congrats to the Knicks. I did want to kind of get on the Spurs though, like, and get, because we are going to talk about the offseason. And speaking of the offseason, let's go to our team, the Lakers. I love that you're a pseudo Lakers fan now because of Luka and LeBron. Because we have a few things to talk
Can't wait
about
till
in
they're
this.
both fucking gone, and I can just go back to being a fucking hater, dude.
So I saw the Lakers are having inside discussions about Walker Kessler. Basically, that is layman's terms for we don't have anything else the fuck to talk about. So we're kind of just bringing up a rumor that was a rumor within the last year. Walker Kessler apparently wants premium money. I saw this thing that no team outside of the Nuggets and the Knicks have won giving premium money to a 7-footer, and it was Jokic and Towns as the ones that won, and Porzingis. But I do agree. I feel like Walker Kessler would be great, but he's a defensive Rudy Gobert-esque big, and you don't necessarily want to bring money. The big rumors I wanted to kind of get your opinion on is the Lakers basically seemingly trying to just run it back. Apparently they're trying to work out a deal with Braun. They're trying to work out a deal with Reeves. We're not really hearing shit outside of Walker Kessler. In my opinion, if they do this, like Luka's championship hopes are probably cooked, and he's probably gone.
The thing is like the roster is so weird in the sense that like I don't know the moves you make. They're very clearly not there, but like they're very clearly a ways away. Just to drop a comment on it real quick, if Nico doesn't trade Luka, the Mavs go back to back. Like they win last year, they win this year. Fully believe that.
Well,
that
Luka was hurt this year, so and
I don't know. Like I don't think he would have been hurt.
You think he would have more rest? Okay.
Yeah. But I digress on that. But this roster does not fit Luka. It's not the players that they need. I don't know the changes you make because I do think on the right team, a handful of these guys can be like very good players on like championship rosters. But it's like you have a bunch of guys that would be good on a championship roster, but you don't have a championship roster.
Yeah.
But and Kessler would help. I don't know if that's the guy. I don't know. It's crazy to say.
Luka needs an athletic big, bro. He needs someone that
he
can
needs
get
a
up.
lob threat.
Yeah.
He needs a lob threat. And like we can all talk about Gobert. People can shit on Gobert, which he like doesn't deserve. He's a great player. But at the same time, in 2026, 2027, does anybody think that when you're trying to build a team that Rudy Gobert is like a max contract player? Like, is that who you want to be spending all your money on? And like, shout out the Knicks for getting Brunson on a deal. Luka's not going to take one anytime soon. Like, and it's like, who do you who do you get and how do you fill out this roster perfectly? And then people will say, well, it's Luka. It's impossible to build around Luka. Not fucking true. The Mavs did it, and they had the perfect team. And like, shit went to hell in the finals, and his team couldn't do it, and Luka couldn't do it by himself, and was playing on one knee, which it might be the fucking problem. And I hate to say it, I love Luka.
Yeah,
I think
Luka has
his
no
GOAT
more
potential-
excuses this year either.
Yeah, like I think like we've said it. I've said it like since fucking day one. Luka has GOAT potential, but if he is just going to be injured, maybe his window has closed before it ever even opens. Really,
Yeah.
But like I don't know the team that you build around him in the sense that it would be awesome to have a great team, but it genuinely was the Mavs. Like I do not know if you can build a better team than like what they had going for them.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Mavs trade might have fucked their and his championship hopes. Like I think the Mavs have a good young team for sure, but I think they're kind of in this weird area where they need, I'm just going to call it firepower. They need more firepower than Flag can provide. And yes,
I mean, they do have Kyrie, but
yeah, and we'll see how it looks with Kyrie.
Yeah.
If he's even still on the team, like I don't know if they'll trade him to a
Yeah.
contender. But it's like that's kind of the struggle with Flag is he is very good, but again, I see him like you and I have said it. We see him kind of as like a Jason Tatum. He's not like we'll even say Jalen Brunson. He's not like a Jalen Brunson. He's not like a Luka that can kind of just take over a game and just say like I'm gonna win us this game. And I know like people are gonna be like, well, he had a couple games where he had 40, 50 points. Like that doesn't matter in the context of it because like when I mean take over, I mean like there's 5 minutes left and I need a dude to save me. And Luka and Brunson and even Ant Edwards to an extent, like they can do that. They can be that guy. I just don't see it with like a Flag and Tatum type dude. And that's not saying they're not great because I think they're some of the great. Like I think they're the greatest role players in the NBA, which isn't an insult. Like I still think those are max contract players, but they're like championship twos, in my opinion, which is what Tatum was. Like
that's why Luka and Cooper they win.
Exactly. Like it's just one of those things, man, where I'm just I feel really bad for Luka. I feel bad for myself because I just moved to Dallas. I was going to be a pseudo Mavs fan for a bit while the Lakers, were in purgatory. And I was going to have a good life out here.
Yeah. And Nico took that from you.
And Nico took that from me and the people of Dallas. And now it's set back. And I will say this, like the Luka trade, it's exciting for the Lakers. It is. It's very exciting for us Laker fans. But it kind of also screwed us because we can't rebuild. You can't. Yeah. They've needed to rebuild. I'm going to say since like 2023, we've needed to rebuild.
Ever since like they decided not to run it back after the championship.
Yeah.
And then like AD started getting hurt a bit more.
And so it's like we've needed to just scrap it and rebuild. And it was like, well, we can't because LeBron. And now it's, well, we really can't because of Luka. But the roster now is in like the worst state it's been. Like a lot of people are like saying like that the Lonzo era was like bad. Like that was exciting for me. Like they were rebuilding. They had a lot of young talent, a lot of good young players. But yeah, man, like I don't know. It's rough. It's rough to be a Lakers fan or a Mavs fan right now. And but like you said, I don't know what the answer is.
The thing is, they could just luck into the most obscene fucking trade in the world. It's the Lakers. The league wants them to be good. The same way they got Luka. Who fucking knows? They get some other bullshit, anything's possible for that franchise if the league wants to make it happen. But yeah, like again, if I'm picking if it's my too early guess for next year, like I think it'll be the Spurs out west again if all things,
if
everybody's healthy. As of right now, The Knicks would not surprise me once again. I do not trust anybody else. Cleveland, if they make a couple moves, I could still see it. I do not trust Boston. I'm sorry, I don't. Detroit, maybe with a year under their belt, but I don't think they have the shooting necessary. Like, and again, as we've said since the trades were made, and then especially since the pick was announced, outside fucking dark horse, the Washington Wizards. Like,
yeah, dude, I think they could be actually. I'm telling you, bro. If I was at Anthony Davis's camp, I'd be like, bro, do not request out. Like, do not leave this team. This is the best. Unironically, this is the best team you're going to get on.
100%. Like, you're in a weak East. Like, you Anthony Davis. Like, yes, you have to compete against like Giannis, but you can. You have to potentially. I'm not even gonna say this confidently. Like, compete against an Embiid, but like every like the only person Anthony Davis has to worry about in the East is Giannis. But I do not believe in the Bucks. Like the rest of the roster, and I'm not even confident that again, this is Giannis. So part of me is like, he's never gonna fucking leave. It's just gonna be drama forever. But like that, there's a good chance Giannis is in the West or somewhere else, and so it's like, I would just be like, dude, I'm not.
Bro, we're about to get.
You have a matchup against everybody. You're about to get the number one pick, either AJ or Devonta. Or
Let's talk
AJ
about that.
or Darren Boozer, like whoever the fuck you get. Like, you got a great look.
Let's talk about that, because that's like perfect transition because of you. Okay. First, I want to cover obviously this Darren Peterson shit. Why does no one want to go to the Jazz, Mitchell?
Dude,
this happened last year and it happened this year, and that roster is good. Darren Peterson would honestly make them a playoff team.
Yeah, we said this like a month or so ago. Like, they actually have a squad. And I know, not many people have been to Utah. First of all, Utah's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, is there a lot of popping clubs? I don't know. But like, if you're into outdoor shit, there is genuinely probably, like, outside of Denver, not really that many better places in the country. Like, outside, like, again, you could say LA, but like, everything's a fucking hassle in LA, and nobody wants to be an LA Laker and do that stuff in LA. Whereas I feel like in Utah, you could actually kind of live a life.
Yeah, in LA, you're driving 85 minutes to get to the gas station. So,
well, like, and everybody knows you. Like, you're not escaping people knowing you wherever you go. Beautiful woman. Like, let's be real.
Beautiful
they might
men.
be Mormon. Beautiful. They might be Mormon, but they're beautiful. If they're into the snow bunnies,
oh boy,
right there. But like, it's just is like, I don't get it.
Are they doing something behind the scenes? Because they're not cheap. Like, they're not. At least they're not known to be cheap. Like, they're willing to pay players. Like, obviously they aren't offering Walker Kessler, but I just think that's smart. I don't think that's cheap. I like they've built a good young roster. They've been competitive throughout their history.
I know Vernon Maxwell absolutely hates Utah. I know people have said that like Utah is like a racist place, and like one of the more like racist cities. And there's a handful of those. I think fucking Boston's up there, Philly's up there, even if people want to say they're not. Yeah. But like, it's like, brother, there are so many worse places you could play. Also, weather-wise, does it get fucking cold and does it snow? Yes, but it is also beautiful like most of the year, even when it does that. Whereas there's a lot of worse places with worse weather and worse literally everything.
And that's my other thing too, is these guys like, oh yeah, I don't want Utah, Memphis and Washington. Brother, those are the two worst places you could, like, we're saying, yes, Washington's roster has potential to be great, but it also has potential to be an absolute fucking travesty. Utah's has the highest floor, not the highest ceiling, but pretty damn close to the highest ceiling. Like, it's don't even get me started. It's way fucking nicer than DC and Memphis. You got me fucked up if you think Utah ain't as nice as Memphis or DC. Those two places are shitholes. Like, brother, like, I don't understand it. Like, it has to be, like, I don't know what it is. I was gonna say it has to be, and I don't have an answer. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, they like, because he didn't. I was gonna say it has to be something in the meeting. They didn't even meet with these dudes. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's advising these guys to stay away from Utah like it's the plague. But bro, if I was Darren Peterson, like, I did see a rumor that it's because he didn't want to share time with Murray, Keontae Murray, I think his name is. But like
Keontae George.
But Keontae George is like a true one in my opinion, and Darren Peterson's a two that can play the one. Like I feel like they play together seamlessly. Like in Utah said the same thing. They're like, we thought like they would be like a dynamic duo, like a great tandem. I don't understand why it's a problem. Like we thought they'd be a perfect tandem for each other, and me and you thought the same thing. Like I think you guys slot in perfectly together. Like I'm not understanding. Like whoever is giving these people I'll just say specifically Darren Peterson. Whoever is giving him advice needs to shut the fuck up because that is genuinely his best team. He's way worse off in Washington because if Trey and AD are playing, he's not getting the fucking ball.
Yeah,
like
not nearly as much. Like,
bro, they're about to sign Trey to a max. Like,
yeah, like Trey's your fucking guard, dude. He is going to touch the ball every possession, and he's going to control it the entire time. Like whether he racks up assists, but that is a heliocentric offense as much as anybody else.
Like look at Atlanta, bro. They were better with him off the floor because if he feels he's hot, he's not passing you the fucking ball. And I don't know if Darren Peterson heard me what I just said. If he feels he's hot, not the team, if Trey Young feels he's hot, this dude could be 1 for 20 and he's like, I don't know, man. I'm feeling it. And he's pulling up for 40 for no reason. Like brother, I know a lot of people, millions listen to this podcast, especially Charlotte Hornets potential players. But brother, do not cost yourself. Like, brother, I'm not kidding. In 3 years, you could make this team a championship contending team. Like, this Jazz team is gross. This Jazz team is young. Like, I think when you and I were looking at it, their oldest player is like 28. Like that's a starter.
Lauri Markkanen's 28. Walker Kessler, they bring him back. He's 24. Ace Bailey did not have a great rookie season, but he is 19. Keontae George, 22. Like Nurkic is, I think, like a fantastic backup. Is older, but again, like as a backup, like they have. Like again, even Jaren Jackson Jr. is there, who we could say is not like the best player in the world, but he's a solid fucking player.
But, I mean, he was fucking phenomenal in Memphis. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, empty stats at time, but like he's a good player. He's a good player.
Yeah, like,
but like you have a future there. You really do have a future to be competitive. And what I will add to that is that the perfect thing about going to the Jazz over somebody else, like let's say the Wizards, let's say Memphis.
Or Memphis. I don't know why the fuck Memphis is an option.
Your championship window in DC is 2 fucking years.
Yeah,
because if Anthony Davis is, dude, it's probably 1 year. Honest to God.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
already
probably,
asking out.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably this or next year.
Like AD's already asking out, so you have 1 year to fucking compete for a championship. Memphis are nowhere close. Let's just be honest. Like, because if they go for Peterson, Jaw's gone, and they are starting a fresh rebuild. Like that is just the reality of that situation.
And regardless, if you're Darren Peterson, his big issue with Keontae George is I don't want to split the ball. You're not primary ball handler in Memphis, and you're not primary ball handler in Washington. Literally, the only chance you have to be primary ball handler is Utah. Like,
and how I was gonna finish it off. Utah's championship window opens in 2 years. Yes. Fucking. Why am I blanking on his name? We just said him. Markkanen is a little bit older than I would like for that window. Like if he was 26, I'd be like, this is the perfect team to like truly the perfect team to go to. At 28, he's just a little bit older than I would like.
Yeah.
But it's like your window is not open this year, but you can make some noise, make the playoffs.
For sure.
Your window potentially starts next year, the year after. Markkanen is 30 years old, which is again a
Still
little bit
young
older than
enough.
I like,
Look
but
at
like it's
Brunson.
young enough. Yeah. And it's like, cool. Now you've got a couple years of experience. You have your legs under you. George has his legs under him. Bailey has his legs under him. All these guys are ready to go. And then you're competing. And the most important part about this 2-year thing is that the Thunder, hopefully their window closes in one way, shape, or form by like too many fucking contracts, and potentially the same kind of deal with the Spurs where they're dealing with a bunch of fucking contracts that they can't pay out.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, especially Memphis confused me because Memphis is
Like
fucking what do you see there? Like,
yeah.
besides, I guess, like an easy paycheck, like Memphis is still in the West. Like Memphis is in the West, so it's not like, oh yeah, I get out of the Western Conference, so like that doesn't matter. You have Ja Morant there who's gonna leave if you come. The rest of the players kind of suck. Besides Edie, like Edie's good.
They played 33 players last year, by the way. The
Grizzlies,
yeah,
that's
like
insane.
like
They're lost, bro.
For example, the Jazz played 25. Like,
and that's another thing is like Memphis is worse. They're also they're a shittier organization, in my opinion. Like they just are. Like they've never been as close to championships as Utah has multiple times. They don't have the history Utah has as an organization either. So like they're not a better org. They're not a better roster. I mean, they obviously can't develop shit. Look at Ja. So like I don't understand the Memphis thing. And then the Washington Wizards thing, like, sure, yeah, their roster's good if Trae Young and AD are healthy. But like we said, like their window's now. So if you don't win,
you're so young. Like again, it's like how it's not easy to fucking win your rookie year.
And I don't want to hear nothing about Washington being a better org because that org is generational dog shit. Like they are ass. Like there's no hope there. Like your hope is the next 2 years because they have fumbled every single rebuild because they've been in a constant one for 20 years. Like, so it's like I don't get it. And on the flip side, if I'm Washington, your window's only a year or two. Get Debanza because he has more carry potential and more ceiling than Darren Peterson. And that's not an insult to Darren Peterson. But again, he doesn't fit on your team as well as AJ Debanza does right now. AJ Debanza is probably more than happy to not be primary ball handler and play more of a KD Warriors role. Like it's one of those things, man, where it doesn't really make sense to me if I'm the Wizards. Like I also saw this thing where the Wizards are like truly confused, like they genuinely don't know who they want.
I saw that.
It's not hard. Pick Debanza. Darren Peterson doesn't fit on your team right now, and you're about to sign Trae Young. He's just gonna get annoyed. Cam Boozer, like, sure, I guess if you're really confident in Sar, because I wouldn't make that pick based off of AD. But again, I think you would absolutely astronomically regret not picking Debanza over Boozer purely off of ceiling. Because again, I see Cam Boozer's ceiling as his dad, like just a very good player. Like that's kind of it. And I feel like at the one spot, you don't want to pick that. Like if I was them, if you're actually wanting Cam, I'd trade back and see if you could get like a haul for it.
Get like the third pick plus like something else.
Yeah, because Utah's not picking him. And so it's like, I don't know. I thought this draft was a lot more open and shut. Like you and I were like, Debanza fits perfectly in Washington, Peterson fits perfectly in Utah, and then Cam Boozer. I mean, we didn't think Boozer fit perfectly in Memphis. We thought he fit more with like the Bulls or whatever. But like Darren Peterson is making this draft. Like, do you think the Jazz would do what they did with Ace Bailey? Like, I mean, we're just picking you regardless. Like, we don't care. Or do you think they're overdoing that?
I don't know. Like, dude, young players, they are fucked for like the first 8 to 9 years of their career. Like they really do not have a choice in this shit, you know? So it's like sucks to suck. I'd pick whoever the fuck. Like, dude, I've said this before. Like, I've said this before. GMs need to stop giving a fuck about what players want. Build your team. Like all these players that want out that are on a contract of multiple years have zero fucking leverage. And if you build a championship roster, they're gonna want to fucking play.
Yeah.
These guys say they want to leave, they want to go somewhere, they want to control their destiny, and I get it. When you're LeBron and the Cavs, and the best player they get you over the course of 8 years is Mo Williams, a one-time All-Star. That's only an All-Star because like you made him an All-Star. Like that's something. But like if and people want say like if you take a full-on redraft, I would never take LeBron because LeBron leaves. Those situations LeBron has left every single time were very clearly not winnable situations anymore.
Yeah.
Wade and Bosch were cooked in Miami. Like Kyrie was already gone in Cleveland. Kevin Love was not Cleveland anymore. Like it's they want to go chase these rings and think it's so easy that they could just go to a team and make a super team again. Look at KD and like what he has tried to do this stuff, but it's like the reason they want to leave is to chase a championship.
Yeah.
You bring the championship caliber team to them and you're fine. Like they're not going to want to leave. It's like at some point, if you win 3 championships, they might be like, you know what? I want to go chase money now. But other than that, they're chasing rings. And if you can get them a team. So if I put together the best possible team and like we're competing for a championship again, AD wants out of Washington. Let's say it's April and they have 50 wins. AD is not asking out for a fucking trade in the offseason. Yeah. Let's say they have 38 wins come the All-Star break and the trade deadline. AD is not going to be like, I want out of this fucking team because we're 38-14 right before the trade deadline. Like, it's just not happening.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of those things.
Who signs their paycheck, dude?
It's one of those things where I just be like, listen, like if I was Utah and Washington doesn't take him, I'd call him like, listen, I'm not sure why you have beef with us, but we're going to pick you here. And I promise you it's going to be a good thing if you buy in because we're ready to fucking start getting this train rolling. Like I literally pitch it as like, you saw what the Hornets did this year. That's how we see you doing for our team. Like our roster is legit. We're ready to fucking win. And we think you're the missing piece. Like, so come out here and let's fucking get this shit rolling.
Yeah. No, it's like I said, just build your fucking team, do your job as a GM, and then players will be satisfied if you do a good job. Like, unless you have somebody that's like, I've been winning a lot. I want to chase money now. I want the bag. But like you're even seeing like again, James Harden, Chris Paul, all these guys that haven't won, they're like, I will go play wherever. Give me, I don't need money. Like I'm taking a discount because I want to win. And the only thing that reverses that is when you win a bunch. Like those are your 2 options at some point.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, I don't get it. I feel like if he had good people in his camp, they would be like, brother, this Utah team is legit. Like, I'm not sure what you're not seeing here, but they are legitimately very good. There's no reason for you to not want to go here, especially not wanting to take. And I kind of feel bad for Utah because, like, I get the rebuilding the Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert thing. People thought was a little bit troll. But like, I mean, in my opinion, it's starting to age pretty well. Okay, I do want to say, so something just hit by Anthony Slater, the Warriors are prepared to offer LeBron James the 15 mil non-taxpayer MLE. It
I've
just
seen
hit. So.
I've seen people say like, "Oh, this will like I don't want him there, whatever." Dude, I don't give a fuck. LeBron can go play wherever the fuck he wants. Do I expect them to win a championship? No, but I personally like I know there was hate for that team, but I'm so past it. It was a fucking decade ago at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, LeBron and Curry again. I don't need them to win. It would be exciting as hell to watch. Like, I would love to. I said this like at the end of like Kobe's career too. Just watching him team up with whoever, but like when guys are at the end of their careers, I want to see them play together. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I will give shit just because they give shit to everybody, but I will give shit to like Shaq or I mean Clyde Drexler, Charles Barkley and Hakeem for teaming up. But I'm telling you right now, like even though they didn't win, if I was like around and 20 to 30 years old in the time of the 90s, I've been like, this is fucking sick. You're telling me the guys I grew up with are playing together? That's fucking awesome. Like,
yeah,
that's how I would feel.
Yeah, I get it. It's yeah. I think if I was Braun, I'd go to the Warriors. If I was the Lakers, I'd let him go. It just I don't know. He's such an expensive luxury, but yeah, I mean that was like that was kind of what I wanted to get to with you is this draft stuff because it's been fucking bananas. And I knew it was going to get wild. When is the draft again?
I think it's next week, next Thursday, in a week from now, basically.
Damn, that's pretty quick.
23, 24. So Tuesday, Wednesday. That next week I can do it on Wednesday. Week after I can't. But
why?
We know it's coming out, so I'll be busy. But yeah, I think the next one we do it post draft, and then that'll be a good vibe. Not to get into that talk on it, but like I just think doing it right after is a little bit better than doing it like on a Monday, the Monday day before or whatever.
Okay. Did you have any other rumors you wanted to go over? I saw the Jaylen Brown wouldn't play for Milwaukee stuff.
I know you got to go in like 3 minutes, but I was gonna say we can talk 2-minute pod on the NHL Stanley Cup.
Yeah, we could do it. We could do like 10 more minutes if we need. Let's do it. Stanley
okay.
Cup, Carolina Hurricanes, as we kind of predicted.
We said you said last week that it was kind of clear that the Golden Knights seemed to be running out of steam. I get the thing is too, which like I had forgotten and not realized. And by the way, shout out to both the Carolina Hurricanes and the Knicks for going 16-3. By the way, they both won the Stanley Cup and lost less games than it would have taken for them to lose a single round. Like that's impressive.
That is.
But I had forgotten because of that. Like the Hurricanes had a lot of time off. Like they had a lot of rest going into like every round. Yeah. And the Golden Knights were like 6, 7, and 4, I think.
Sometimes you bit the shit out of people.
Yeah, and so like they had a long, drawn out series. They had to play tough games, and like immediately go into the Stanley Cup like with minimal rest compared to the Canes who were just like sitting like just chilling.
Yeah, and it was kind of like it kind of ended how I thought, which was I was saying like I thought the Hurricanes gave a much rougher matchup than the Golden Knights because they just had they have that relentless pressure, man. Like they just can score at will. They could score on the penalty. And even though the Avalanche like looked like that during the season, like they were slowing down, and that's where the Golden Knights were able to catch them, right? Is the Avalanche have those nights where they don't score many goals. They score like 1 or 2 or 0. The Hurricanes just don't. They just don't. The lowest goals scored in the Stanley Cup for them was 3. Like,
yeah. And that was the last game. Like, or not Bussy, Hart let in 4 every game. That's why I said at the end of the last one, I was like, hey, good news for Knights fans, but Hart finally didn't let in 4.
Yeah, like it's it was just they just have relentless pressure, which I didn't think the Avalanche were able to. And also, the Hurricanes have some bussy on their side,
I
which
mean, dude, you can't beat Bussy. I don't. He didn't lose.
exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. This guy came in and just absolutely slammed the door shut on the series, which is
Yeah.
incredible for someone that didn't see a goal since April and then was like, all right, we need you to save us in the Stanley Cup. And he's like, I got you. I will quite literally just beat the piss out of them myself.
He's basically my Jeremy Sachs from my sim, dude. My rookie 15-year-old kid, not a lot going on. Back up to Leon Keane, the greatest goaltender of all time. Keane lets in 3 in game 1, and then Sachs just comes in, gets 2 shutouts in 3 games and one. Like, it was unbelievable stuff his rookie season. The whole franchise got behind him. The whole city of Phoenix got behind him. Phoenix Outlaw Nation, just big fans of the guy. He's a local legend.
Yeah, yeah, just like him, actually. He's a beast. But yeah, man, I just think, dude, playoff hockey's so good. I wish there was another hockey season trailing this because, like, I was just getting so into it.
Dude, my goal so badly is to just like, all right, I'm watching as many like Ducks games as I can. I'm gonna I've said this for the last 2 years, but like to watch these games as much as I can next season and to like truly follow it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, it's gonna be so good. Oh, and did you see that the Knights are not keeping the coach?
Yeah, they fired him like yesterday.
I
Or
thought
this
that
morning,
was
whatever.
very interesting. I asked my buddy that's a Knights fan, and he said,
you didn't text me. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, not you. And he was basically saying like, yeah, like he's not that bothered by it. Like, he wasn't that great. Like, so
Who was it that got fired?
well, he's not technically fired.
I thought he got fired. Or was it a mutually?
No, like he's still on the roster. They've been blocking his interviews.
Well, it says this thing says that he got fired.
Oh yeah, he said they've been grooming a coach for years, and it's his time. That's why they're letting go of John Tortorella. No, Vegas Knights.
No, they're replacing him with John Tortorella. Or no, wait, what?
No. So okay,
like different things.
They fired Bruce Cassidy.
Okay.
Or not? No, sorry, they didn't fire him. So I don't know how it works, but basically, Tortorella became the new head coach over Bruce Cassidy. They say he's fired, but they were able to block his interviews with the Oilers. Like, weird. Which is very strange. Let me see. Like, yeah, they're keeping him in limbo. Yeah, the Vegas Golden Knights have blocked their fired head coach from interviewing for new jobs with other NHL teams. Apparently, in his contract, which runs through the 2026-27 season, it contains a non-compete clause preventing him from speaking with other clubs unless granted permission by Vegas management. So basically, they're holding him hostage and not letting him coach this year.
Brother, the NHL contracts and stuff are so weird because like NHL, like the players have like, so you know how the NBA has just like a blatant no trade clause that like very few players get. The NHL has these like no trade clauses, except you can determine what teams you want to go to, what teams you're willing to go to, and like who, like there was some dude, I forgot who it was, but he was like, he demanded a trade the other day, and he's like, I want to go to the Avalanche. I could be wrong on this, but he's like, I want to go to the Avalanche, the Knights, or the fucking Hurricanes. I think we're just 3 teams.
Not the Ducks. What a fucking bum.
Yeah, but I was like, he's like, okay, so you're going to one of the 3 teams that were like competing for finals. Like, fuck off, dude.
Bro. I wish Bussy would do that and say, I'm only willing to go to the Ducks. Could you imagine the Ducks with Bussy?
I'm willing to go to the Ducks, and all I want them to give up because I have full control over what my own trade is Dostal.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I'm very confused why you could do that, because I feel like if you fire me, I feel like my contract should be null and void in all non-compete clauses. You fired me. I didn't quit. I'd understand if I retired or quit. You fired me.
It's probably like same thing with like a lot of sports these days where like the money is guaranteed and these coaches get paid insane. Like, dude, NBA coaches getting paid $10 million a year for and immediately get on a 5-year deal, and then they get fired after fucking 18 months has got to be the best thing in the world. Bro, holy shit.
Bro, there was a couple coaches in the NFL. Like Matt Rule got like a $50 or $70 million contract in the NFL, and then they fired him because he was absolutely atrocious. And then Nebraska offered him a like a $32 million contract, and its coach contracts are guaranteed. Yeah. So the dude's literally getting paid bank to coach Nebraska by Nebraska and by the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I think like Doc Rivers said some stupid shit too, and it's like,
I hate Doc Rivers.
So do I. And I was like, it's like, holy shit, this guy's getting paid for fucking sucking, and like they immediately bring these guys back on massive deals.
I'd give Doc Rivers the opposite of a guaranteed contract. I'd give him a pay me back contract. I'd say, listen,
you have to pay to fucking coach this team, and if we win, we'll spare you some change.
It would straight up be like an AYSO coach. Like, you're paying for your team's jerseys. You're paying for your team's shoes. If your team wants some fucking snacks, buck up, buddy. You better find a team mom. Like, I ain't paying you shit. He is a team ruiner. You know, they have players like Scottie Pippen that are legacy saviors for Jordan because he backpacked him to 6 straight finals wins. Doc Rivers is the complete opposite to teams. He's just that cancer. Like, he's like, you want to fuck your team over? Hire me. Like,
dude, you remember when my Twitter handle was like literally certified Doc Rivers hater?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Like,
it needs to come back.
The thing is that you lose your badge for a couple days, so I can't be changing it anymore. But like, and you know, he's so ass now that his team doesn't fucking matter. But like, that's the thing. Like, if it was,
I just saw. Okay, so real quick before we go, I just saw the Nets said they're willing to trade Michael Porter Jr. if the price was right. Brother, I would love him on the Lakers if his contract wasn't so fucking egregious.
Is it like 45 million, 50 million?
Oh wait, he's a UFA after next season. I would pay him the 41 million to be on this team. Luka, think about this: Luka, Reeves, Porter Jr., and then you could probably bring back a LeBron, and then you just need to get a big. Porter Jr. solves your scoring issue.
Well, if you had to choose between Porter Jr. and Reeves, like say Porter you could make that trade straight up, would you do it?
Porter Jr. Yeah. It's not even close. I feel like Porter Jr. to Luka would be Clay to Curry. Like, he's just a guy that's going to be in his spot, and when he gets, you know, that motherfucker's shooting if Luka's passing you an open look. He's not doing what Reeves does and freezing up. Nope, he's letting it rain, baby. LeBron finds him for an open look. Yeah, I got you. I got you, boys. You just feed me. I'll be open. And I'm shooting 100%. I feel like Michael Porter Jr. would work. Bro, I think he would work phenomenally with a Luka LeBron. That is the only way I'm willing to bring LeBron back, is if you bring Michael Porter Jr. in. Because that dude is a bucket.
Dude, his stroke is so fucking sick.
I would love him to stroke me and show me how to stroke like him.
It's an unbelievable stroke.
Dude, on God, though, could you imagine if LeBron had a Michael Porter Jr. his entire career?
Dude, oh my God, that dude would be wetting it all over the floor.
Michael Porter Jr. would come to the Lakers and people would start putting him in top 5 conversations because he'd probably average like 40 a game. Like, bro, how's he averaging so many points? LeBron would be averaging 15 assists. Luka would be averaging like 12 assists. And they'd be like, bro, how come no one's ever realized it? It's like, no one's ever had 2 point guards that can pass like magic. The dude's just wide open in the corner, standing there all day. There's literally a shoe mark burnt into the hardwood.
And Michael Porter would be like, you're telling me I have 2 guys that'll pass me the ball but never pass me otherwise? Like, dude, I'm never passing it again. This is awesome. I have 2 guys to do it for me.
I know. And that's the best part about passes from Luka and LeBron is they don't want you to move it around. Yeah. They're passing it to you to shoot. Like, when they find you, it's because you're open. And so Michael Porter Jr. is in a dream world. Like,
Dude,
oh,
it's
fuck
basically
yeah.
fucking J.R. Smith on crack.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's Klay Thompson on crack.
Yeah. But also taller, like 4 inches taller than both of them.
Bro, he would be, oh my God. Like, he would actually be unreal on this team.
Yeah, dude. Again, him for Reeves straight up. Who says no? Like, and Brooklyn wanted Reeves. That's what I saw the other day. They want Reeves. You know, they get a guy that can create. Honest to God, both teams get better off that because Reeves can do a lot more offensively in terms of like playmaking than Michael Porter Jr. and could actually lead an offense as opposed to being like, I'm going to shoot the ball every time and it's not going to be the best shot possible. Like Reeves actually gets you good looks. And the Lakers don't need a Reeves. They need a Michael Porter Jr.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I was them, I'd call Luka in the office, like, listen, buddy, I know you love Austin, but I got you a present. And you're going to like this one a lot. It's like, I'm like, remember when Dallas got you Klay Thompson and you were excited? Like, oh my God, I'd love a spot up catch and shoot guy that's a knockdown 3-point shooter that's super consistent. Yeah. Okay, well, we got you a prime Klay Thompson, just shittier defender, which you don't care about defense anyway. So that doesn't matter to you. I mean, like, what? Like, we got you Michael Porter Jr. And just forget about Reeves. And he'd probably forget about him the first practice. He'd be like, guys, he'd be like, guys, he doesn't miss when he's wide open. We'd be like, I know. It's fucking awesome. And then LeBron would come like, guys, I've never had a player like this in my career. I'm like, I know. It's great.
Dude, he would genuinely be like the perfect player for them. Dude, just a fucking, you get Michael Porter Jr., you get Aaron Gordon, you're fine.
Bro, yeah, you get a lob threat for both of them and a spot up shooter for both of them. LeBron actually might take a veteran's minimum at that point. He might say, fuck yeah, I'm a kick back. LeBron would literally just be like this all season, like, ball mate.
Well, and like Aaron Gordon, good defender, still can lob it, still can has turned into like a pretty good shooter.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Michael Porter Jr. dead ass might be the key to unlock this team. Like
we said like 35 minutes ago, we don't know how to solve the problem. We just fucking figured it out, brother.
Well, I didn't know he was available. If I knew someone like that was available, like remember you and I were looking at free agents, we're like, they need to find like a Danny Green type. Yeah. And it was like, we can't find one. Well, if he's fucking available, bro, go get him. Like, I hope JJ sees it. I'm like, bro, JJ, he's you, just better and taller, more handsome with a better stroke. Like, just get him. But
unfortunately, he is very expensive, but he has a player option to get out of it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking to Aaron Gordon.
But like that's what I'm saying with Porter Jr. He's only expensive this year, and then he's a UFA, so you could at least use him this year and show him the light. Like, bro, if you take at least a little pay cut, like, look at the fuck we could do. But unfortunately, I do gotta go, guys. I gotta eat some food, get some medicine before another podcast. So
yeah, you're good, dude.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Free Flow. We'll be back next week. See you.
Peace.